time has come and here we have the debut trailer of Red Dead Redemption 2 released today by Rockstar Games. Together with the debut trailer, Sony announced a partnership with Rockstar Games specifying that the whole trailer was captured on PlayStation 4 and that the PS4 users will get first access to earn select online content in the vast open world of Red Dead Redemption 2. With that said, and this glorious shot of the world we will soon live and breathe, let's move forward into our analysis. By showing the huge field of view of this world from the Alps in the foreground to the water who reflects the clouds and the far away trees, this shot is showing us what Rockstar pulled off developing Red Dead Redemption 2 directly on the current gen console, PS4 and Xbox One. Compared to GTA 5, here everything looks better, more detailed and beautiful. Again, reflections, lights and details on the main protagonist of the scene, together with the animals. Sheep or goats and pigs in the pen, while on the bottom left there's a raccoon and under the fence what looks like a rat. One thing that is important to remember, by the way, is that this is still a teaser trailer. Graphically speaking, what we're seeing could have been enhanced to make everything look slightly better. Something like this was also done with GTA 5 with areas in the world of Los Santos and Blaine County that were shown more detailed in the trailers and less in the game. And even that trailer was technically captured on console. This scene definitely shows something new in the Red Dead world, the interaction between animals. Except for specific moments tied to a couple of story missions in Red Dead Redemption, all animals were unconscious of the other species nearby. Here instead we can see a coyote capturing a squirrel near the small pond of the forest. This doesn't mean for sure that in the next Red Dead the animals will act as predators and prey between them, but the trailer is certainly suggesting it. In the past months, a map was published on the internet and is allegedly tied to Red Dead Redemption 2. Technically, this shot can be used in some way to prove if this map is totally false or plausible. And right now, we don't feel comfortable in saying yes or no. The valley is the same as shown in the second scene of the trailer. The river that moves through two big mountains while birds are flying in the sky could be the area shown in Big Valley or Roanoke Ridge. Let's be super clear, could be. The definition of the map surely isn't great and some names honestly don't make any sense. But hey, after failing miserably for saying that the next game will never be called Red Dead Redemption 2, let's say never say never. A one-man camp with a small tent, a horse on the left and a fire in the middle near a riverwalk. An astonishing sky in a world that reacts realistically to the wind. Coming soon to Red Dead Redemption 2. A hunter moving along a fence with the prey placed on the horse. This could be an action tied to specific pets, or even an evolution of the hunting and trading system from Red Dead Redemption. With big snowy mountains in the background and a couple of robins over the fence, we can also see a classic prairie house near the windmill. Two men on a canoe in the river. The man in the front is a cowboy, while the one in the back with the oar in hands is a native Indian. On the branch of the tree in the foreground we can see an Indian artifact created with wood, feather, rope and more. This clearly hints at the fact that Indian culture will be more analyzed in the new Red Dead than it was in Red Dead Redemption. This strengthens the idea that Red Dead Redemption 2 will be a prequel because Redemption was set in a time period where the Indian culture was completely repressed by the US military. An epic scene showing how the civilization is moving towards the perfection of the wild nature, but technically also a nice way for Rockstar to hint at the timing of this new adventure. Buffaloes or American bison in the United States were declared near extinction around 1890. In Red Dead Redemption, after unlocking the last area of the map, the Great Plains, the player can find the last horde of bisons moving along the plain, and if he kills them all, the Manifest Destiny achievement or trophy will pop up saying that you killed the last buffalo in the Great Plains in single player. Long story short, yes, seeing that there are still herds of buffaloes and a steam train moving along the plain, we feel pretty confident in saying that this game is a prequel to Red Dead Redemption. From the great nature to the first villages or city, the city is still under construction and it's located at the foot of a high mountain. The entire building is under construction on the left, while a guy is moving with a wooden beam on his shoulder on the right. The stagecoach moves along the screen unveiling Worth's General Store. The store is named after what's probably the owner, Jay Worth, as we can see in the very first frames of this scene. The level of details in this shot is incredible, from the straws to the merchandise all over the place. While there are a lot of lanterns placed on the beams of the shop, here on the right we can see a street light. This technically indicates that historically speaking, the title is not set before 1880, because the electrical streetlights in the USA were first introduced in the city of Wabash, Indiana on March 31st, 1880. So could this title be a prequel to the events of Red Dead Redemption? Considering the fact that Marston's adventure was set in 1911 and that he retired from his outlaw lifestyle in 1906 after being shot in a failed robbery and left to die by his comrades in arms. Red Dead Redemption 2 is likely to be set after 1890 but before 1905. Obviously all of this is not confirmed by Rockstar Games but only assumptions made by us, so take it with a grain of salt. Here we can see a well-armed cowboy with a bandana on his face, preparing himself to move the cattle. The level of detail on the barn is astonishing, the light effect marvelous and the animation smooth as ever. Surely another well-maintained city the one shown here. In the foreground we can see the carcass of a wolf attacked by a group of vultures and a dog, with mange barking at them while one vulture moves towards the dog. Again, that's a direct interaction between animals of different species. The great thing about the shot is the level of detail on the dog in the mud, with the last one splashing and dropping off the dog's fur. On the left we can see a burnt down building. We can even say that the fire is not even suppressed yet thanks to the white smoke and the sparks ascending to the roof. Again here on the right of the scene we can see 3 streetlights, the first 2 with a light on it and the last one without, but with a lamp placed over the door on the nearby building. A windmill in the middle of an oil field with various extraction towers on the left burning. The area resembles a little bit of the area of Plain View in Red Dead Redemption, but here instead there are a lot more towers and even a factory on the far right, which looks like is working the oil. This is maybe a different shot of the same place shown before, with the difference that the guy who was on his horse before is now on his feet with his rifle in his hand and a bandana on his face, watching at the fire from right to left. Just like the teaser trailer of GTA 5 where we saw Michael shown from behind for the first time. Now we are probably seeing the main character of Red Dead Redemption 2. We already saw him in previous scenes, but this is the one where we can see him closely. One aspect we have not analyzed yet is the voice we can hear during the trailer.
Listen to me. When the time comes, you gotta run and don't look back. This is over.
If we can make another comparison between the teaser trailer GTA 5 and this trailer, the voice we hear in the first video was the voice of Michael, one of the main characters of GTA 5.
Why did I move here? I guess it was the weather.
With that said, the voice we hear in the teaser trailer could be the voice of the main character, or the voice of someone speaking to the main character or somebody else. Again, there's not much that can be given as fact. And here we can see the Magnificent Seven with their guns in their hands ready to attack or rob something. Is this the same posse in the images by Rockstar Games? Well, some of them surely are similar to the outlines shown in the artwork, like the guy in the far left. The other seems not to fit. For example, in the shot the only one with the big coat is the guy in the middle of the posse, but his head doesn't look like the same shown in the artwork. The native Indian guy who was on the far right of the artwork without a hat, here instead wears a bowler hat, and the guy wearing the yellow shirt, well, it doesn't look like a dude. So is this the same posse we talked about the past few days? Yeah, almost surely it is. Did we understand who the hell these 7 guys even are? No, not at all. So, in conclusion, has this teaser trailer answered to some of the many questions we had in the past few days? Honestly, no. It didn't even get close to one of them. All we had is a great video showing a fantastic world with an astonishing level of details. Now we have to wait to have some answers. Maybe we'll receive some screenshots, or next time we will talk about Red Dead Redemption 2 will be with the very first previews. In the meantime, what you can do is going back to the world of Red Dead Redemption with Xbox One backwards compatibility and soon on PlayStation Now, as announced by Sony today. And that brings us to the end of this analysis video. Thank you all very much for watching. From me, GTA Man, and the GTA Series Videos crew. We hope to see you next time.